But you worked with icons, people who are select, of the select in the country, people like Rekha ji and Sridevi, who have ruled hearts, including ours. I know you are also an equal fan. What was it like working with those two giants of cinema? Wonderful actresses. What was it like?
I met Sridevi in 1991. Rakesh Shrestha was Rohan Shrestha's father. He was a photographer. He took me to meet her. I remember in Mehboob Studio. Of course, I was a huge fan of Sridevi. And he said, I want to do a photo session. He's a young designer. He really sketches fast and all of it. She said, okay. And I've always noticed you're always bigger, the people. They're always looking for a younger opinion. And she was one of them. And I did that photo shoot with her. And it was a bizarre requirement from Rakesh Shrestha, like a hat with feathers. So I remember in Mumbai to Crawford Market, picked up a lot of pigeon feathers, which used to be available there, fake ones, and stitched them all on her hat and things like that, right? And I remember I did a whole bronze outfit for her, which she liked. And then she said, I have a continuity sweater to be made urgently for Khuda Gawah. And Khuda Gawah at that time was a huge film coming. And then I was like, how are duplicates made? Okay, I got the picture. I had to sit and paint it and get it painted. I sat full night also, with the painter and did that. I remember taking it to her shoot. And then I didn't hear from her at all. I wondered that, did she like my work? Did she not like my work? And after almost about 7 to 8 months, I get a call from Yash Johar, the producer Yash Johar ji, who's Karan Johar's father. And he called up and he said, Sridevi has given me your number and she wants you to make 2 outfits. I'm starting a film called Gumrah, directed by Mahesh Bhatt with her. And we're doing a photo shoot in Chennai. I said, oh, okay. Now, I made those 2 outfits. I discussed it with her. I went and met her. I discussed it with her and she said, you send it to Chennai. I'll try it there and my master there will alter it. I was like, okay. Now, I sent the 2 outfits. Now, again, I haven't heard from her because in those days, there was no mobile, right? So I thought maybe it's not worked out. Maybe she, And in a month's time, I get a call from her saying that come to Chennai with the producer, Yashji, and you're doing the film for me. And that's how our journey started, which was...
Oh my
and
God.
The first thing I told her was, this was about 92. And I said, all heroines at that time, if they're wearing a Western cut, their hair is short. Next thing they're wearing something Indian, their hair is long. So that whole look concept, which I brought into Indian cinema, was with her, where I said, you'll have one kind of a haircut. And, then you can style it, but you can't change the length of your hair according to every scene.
Yeah.
She thought that was a good idea, and that's how Gumrah started. And that's how I met Karan also. Because I met Karan on the sets of Gumrah.
Imagine.
Yeah.
And what about Rekha ji?
So, Rekha ji called me for... by then my work got popular and, I'd worked with Sridevi, I was working with Ravina, Karishma, Kajol. Then Raja Hindustani happened, Karishma's makeover, then Urmila's makeover, Rangila. So it was like a non-stop. That's why Rekha ji called me for some show costumes. And I went with this whole sketch, with the whole sketch pens. So I used to have literally like a briefcase kind of a bag, almost like a doctor's bag with sketch pens and color pens and color pencils and all of it. So even if she has started talking, I have that habit even today. I can immediately start sketching and coloring. She was like, I want you to do this show costumes and all of that. So I did a couple of them. I didn't hear from her again. And then I was doing a film for Ram Gopal Verma called Bhoot. So he said, I want you to do Rekha ji's costumes. But I was like, Rekha ji does her own costumes. He said, no, I will come with you. He said, Rekha, Manish is doing the clothes and we'll do one silhouette. And then I made that silhouette and that's, which went to her. And I dressed her up for Bhoot. And then after that, years, I would meet her and all of that. And then I met her at Hemaji's daughter's wedding. And she said that I'm starting a film and I want you to do that film. That's how it happened. And I think that's been about 10 years, yeah.